So let's talk about family. I'm going to say it up front. Just because you were incarnated around a couple of individuals in this grand scheme of a cosmos does not make you family. Relatives based on incarnation, people you were born in relation to in this incarnation, does not constitute family. I'm going to tell you, like one of my best friends and brothers in this existence, Jabari Jalib Johnson, told me once upon a time on a journey. Family is frequency. Family is frequency. Energetic, mental, harmonic, syncopation and synchronicity, alignment of values and being. 𝙎𝙬𝙊𝙆, your world is yours. I've been through so much with the individuals who call themselves my quote-unquote family. And when I say I've been through so much, I've been let down so much and so thoroughly and gotten to a level of maturity because, like my big brother says, wisdom is pain overcome. So I've always had this level of wisdom because since I was 1.5, 2 years old, 3 years old, up until 30 years old, I've always had to deal with relative conflicting circumstances to my psyche, things that distressed and disturbed me without losing my central core of being. 𝙎𝙬𝙊𝙆, your world is yours. I had a conversation with some of these suckers last night, and you'll get to a point in this life where you realize certain people are simply incapable of admitting when they have made an error. And the greatest testimony to that fact is how fucked up their lives would be. You can find that shit in any area, any aspect. I could just look at a motherfucker's waistline, error. I could look at a motherfucker's wallet, error. Usually there's a correlation. As somebody's wallet starts to increase, their waistline increases. Sometimes as some people's waistline decreases, their wallets decrease. Some of these motherfuckers got empty wallets and sloppy ass fucking jalopy ass stomachs. Waistline looking stupid as fuck. So really, you at the bottom of the bottom. Having a conversation with these individuals, you realize they're just individuals who are meant to show you what not to be. We were having a conversation and it boiled down to the fact that as a soul, I've never had the honesty extinguished out of my constitution. Now, we're all born into this existence. We're all incarnated with divine intelligence. Thing is, you're born with an impressionable brain that is unable to even communicate or move the body it's existing in. The body you were born into was quite useless for quite some time until you learned how to speak and use your tongue to articulate your ideas. Before you start to use your limbs to navigate your environment, you were completely dependent on the fools that you were incarnated in relation to, right? But like I said, relative does not equal family, right? So I was born around a bunch of incompetent motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And my divine instinct, my soul was never extinguished. So as I got older, we all know what's right from what's wrong, right? It doesn't take much in nature to learn that. But what happens is people abuse the truth out of people. And that's why society is so fucked up. Because most people have had the truth abused out of them. They've been reprimanded and scolded for being honest. People will say, you are being disrespectful. Highly likely that wasn't the case. Highly likely that I was simply, or you were simply, highlighting the amount of self-disrespect that was happening around you in your environment. But people try to extinguish that honesty inside of you. See, that shit never happened for me. And that's why you still see this individual at this age still burning bright as a motherfucker, shining light like a motherfucker in a world full of people who really just out here on some bullshit. 𝙎𝙬𝙊𝙆, your world is yours. Family is frequency. wisdom is pain overcome. So once you get to this level of understanding, a lot of y'all hold yourselves back, dwindle and snuff out your own visions because you're playing loyal. You're playing loyal to people you were born relative to in this incarnation. Individuals you were just happen to be spawned in proximity to, not realizing that your soul is an individual essence of the God mind. Your soul is an individual essence independent of anybody. You might even be a parent. Recognize your child is not a belonging of yours. You just gave an individual a vessel to be. That individual is an individual respective consciousness on their own, of their own, a descendant of the God essence. You're not God, parent. Recognize you're supposed to chaperone an individual and guide them and teach them the lessons of this temporal plane and stop being a low-level example. See, the greatest part about it is you realize who not to be. Whatever you are, your world is yours. I got to that point where you realize if it was up to them, if it was up to the people you are claiming loyalty to and smalling your energy, minimizing your energy, sacrificing your greatest values for, out of loyalty for family, these same individuals, they likely to have you out here fucked up. I'll tell you the truth. This is real life. I done been drunk, wasted, smoked out, laying on the floor in my mother's apartment. This is a fact, right? Why ain't nobody stop me? Why ain't nobody prevent me from doing that? Because everybody else was so wrapped up in not wanting to be held accountable and having poor conduct and character that they won't be able to judge you. See, this is why I'm so open to judgment. Because now when you have impeccable character, what fucking bullet hole can you poke in my constitution? I'm a stand-up individual. See, that's the issue. Everybody out here is like, don't judge, because they want a blind eye turned on them when they want to reserve the right to not uphold virtues, values, and character and principles. Right. Whatever you are, your world is yours. If it was up to these individuals that you quote unquote call family, these relatives you call family, these people you were born in proximity to relatively in this universe, if it was up to a lot of these individuals, you would stay broke, fucked up, and out here destitute like a motherfucker. Whatever you are, your world is yours. If it was up to them niggas, I would still be a Newport smoking, alcohol drinking, weak-bodied, weak-willed, broke motherfucker in this world. But it wasn't until I decided to look around me and never be like anything that I was seeing in my environment. Right. That I became everything that I am today and everything that I am becoming for tomorrow for the rest of eternity. So, the true mark of the highest degree of alchemy is when an individual can have gratitude for the unfavorable, not when things are going their way. I learned how to be grateful for exposure to fuck shit because it's simply a revelation and an opportunity to see what the manifestation of being a dickhead, of being an asshole, of being arrogant, of being an error-mistaken, foolish motherfucker in this world is going to produce. So don't only be grateful for the positive examples like myself. I need you to look around you. My father said it best. Don't look too far. Don't look too far. Yeah, don't look too far. Go to your most busy intersection, your local mall. Just look around you. All these motherfuckers is missing. All these motherfuckers is stuck on their own bullshit. All these motherfuckers is operating at real low levels. They'll say don't judge, but that's just a way to turn off your intellect. Whatever you are, your world is yours. Don't let them disarm your mind. You were born to be everything. You were born to soar. You were born to thrive. This ain't no fucking spiritual mumbo jumbo bullshit. The fucking light starts to shine on my face as I say this thing. You take the serendipity and you run with it. You are not here to limit yourself on any accord. I hereby pledge allegiance to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only. You understand? What does that mean? I pledge allegiance to God. A lot of people have a issue with the word God. So let me say it in the most politically correct sense. I pledge allegiance to the mutual creator of all creation. That which created you, that which created me, because we both breathe the same air. So whatever made that air that we both mutually experience, I pledge allegiance to that and all universal principles. And anything which is going to warrant me to compromise my integrity to those values, those virtues, those laws of the mutual creator, anything that would require me to transgress for its sake against the higher natures, the mutual creator, could suck my dick, nigga. Whatever you are, your world is yours. It's really like that. I pledge allegiance to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the mutual creator of all creation. Most politically correct way to say God. Yeah, it's really like that, y'all. Consider the vibrations raised. La ilaha illallah, bro. And that's how we rocking. If I can make it through this life, making the mistakes that I've made, then becoming the redeemed soul who is redeemed through corrective behavior and going back to my creator, an individual redeemed in knowing and in being, then I won. So many people are gonna go out suckers. You know what I'm saying? We already won. Everything else is a plus. The money ain't gonna make the success. Hell no. The muscle, all of this shit, none of that. It's all about the integrity to the values and the principles and the actions. And never for 1 second denouncing the truth, the highest level of integrity. Even in our moments of highest weakness, for any exchange in this temporal world. When you realize, when you look around and you run that experiment and you don't look too far and you realize all of these motherfuckers are sellouts. Yeah, you sold out. You a sellout. Yeah, Fuck out of here. Then you gonna realize who's who and what's what. If you ain't physically in top form, you a sellout. If you ain't situated circumstantially on this earth how you would actually prefer to be, you a sellout. Because what's the main rules of success? YWY core principles. Get the accurate information. Never, ever make an excuse. Never, ever miss. Rule number 4, run 1 through 3 in perpetuity for eternity. If you could do that, you could become anything in this life. You will become anything in this life. Funny thing is, most of these motherfuckers don't miss on missing. So at the end of the day, ain't no real way to miss. It's just, how accurate are you aligned with the higher principles of existence to create the more prosperous and auspicious conditions in your own existence? Those who misalign will, like Psalms 91 said, you can see the punishment of the wicked. Yeah, it's really like that. Stay on the 𝙎𝙝 al-Mustaqim, al-Fatiha, right? Stay on the 𝙎𝙝 al-Mustaqim. What is that? The straight and narrow path. The path of infinite gains and zero losses. I put it in a million ways. But at the end of the day, only you can walk that path. Start walking with us. Whatever you are, your world is yours. A lot of people think this shit is just fitness. This is existential clarity at its highest. Existential sovereignty at its highest. Self-mastery at its highest. Whatever you are, your world is yours. Walk with us. Nah, we don't always remain as perfect as possible. But like Marcus Aurelius said, straightening, never straightened. Like I say, perfecting, never perfect. Whatever you are, your world is yours. Evolution is the only solution. Consider the vibrations raised. Shouts out to everybody who's really living in alignment. Like I said, family is frequency. So everybody who harmonizes with these words and know these words to be instinctually true, you are family. Get closer to the people who are actually in harmony with your soul tribe. And stop paying attention to the individuals you were simply born in proximity to as haphazard circumstance. Whatever you are, your world is yours. Consider vibrations raised. I love y'all. Let's keep it rocking.